Have you ever wondered what happened to the paintings of prophets inside that church at dusk? There's a whole tale behind it, stretching back to the year 1066. That's when a Viking king, William the Conqueror, was storming England, trying to claim it as his own. While blood spilled in England, far away, in the city of Mashhad, Iran, something extraordinary was happening. A man named al-Bayhaqi was writing a book that would echo through time. He recounted how, when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, began preaching Islam, he faced overwhelming opposition. The leaders of his time rejected him, and eventually he stood almost alone. We all know what happened in Taif, and how the Prophet, peace be upon him, was mocked. After this behavior, he, peace be upon him, needed some support. He asked several leaders of Quraysh for protection, but it was only Mutam bin Adi who paid heed to his call and protected him with naked swords. Dalail-ul-Nabuwah, Volume 1, page 342. Years later, Mut'im's son, Jubair ibn Mut'im, accepted Islam after the Battle of Badr. Musnad Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, Volume 4, Hadith 88. Jubair once traveled to Basra for trade, and while there, he met a group of Christians. When they heard him speak Arabic, they asked, "Are you from Arabia? We've heard that someone in your land has declared prophethood. Do you know him?" Jubair replied, "Yes, I've seen him." Intrigued, the Christians led Jubair to a cathedral filled with paintings they referred to as Gothic art. But something was strange. They asked Jubair, "Can you find the image of your prophet here?" Jubair looked but saw nothing familiar. So they took him to another, even larger cathedral with more paintings. Again, they asked, "Do you see him now?" At that moment, Jubair paused. He saw a figure. Was this the face of Muhammad? "Yes, by God, that is him," he said. The Christians nodded and said, "That is the Prophet of Allah sent to your people." Years later, this cathedral, along with its precious paintings, was destroyed after the conquest of Busra. The art, the history, the faces, they were lost forever. But there's more to this story. It's said that these paintings were not only created in the Gothic style, but were later found in the form of tapestries, seen by two other companions of the Prophet. The mystery deepens. What were these images? And why did they disappear? But is this actually a reality? Well, Jubair was not the only one who had seen these images. Those two companions, sent to deliver Islam's message to Hercules during the caliphate of Sayyiduna Siddiq Akbar, are also witnesses. Their journey took them to the very region of Busra, the same place where Jubair once saw those mysterious paintings. But what they encountered there was even more striking. When they arrived at the castle, they looked up to see Hercules standing on a high balcony, gazing down at them. Without hesitation, the companions loudly declared, "La ilaha illallah." There is no God but Allah. Hisham recounts that their voices echoed so powerfully that it was as if the entire balcony trembled. After a tense wait, they were finally granted entry into the Grand Palace. What they saw was unlike anything they had imagined. Hercules sat on an elevated throne, draped in red robes. Around him, every single person in the hall was also dressed in red. A long conversation followed, filled with debate and exchange. Afterward, Hercules invited them to stay for 3 days, and they agreed. On the 4th day, Hercules called them into his presence once more. But this time, he revealed something unexpected, a massive, luxurious coffin made entirely of gold. What was inside this golden coffin? Why had Hercules shown it to them? The story leaves you hanging, full of questions, waiting for answers that may never come. Hercules carefully unfolded an old black silk cloth, revealing a striking image of a tall man with thick hair. "Do you know who this is?" he asked. They both stared at the image, but shook their heads unsure. Hercules smiled and explained, "This is the image of Prophet Adam." Then Hercules took out another cloth. This time, the figure had curly hair and deep brown eyes. Again, Hercules asked, "Do you recognize him?" Once more, no one knew. "This is Prophet Noah," Hercules revealed. Next, Hercules pulled out a third cloth. The figure shown was breathtakingly beautiful, with a white beard and a peaceful expression, almost as if he was about to smile. "This is Prophet Ibrahim," Hercules said. Finally, the moment came that shook Hashem deeply. Hercules revealed another cloth. As soon as Hashem laid eyes on it, he couldn't hold back his emotions. He cried out, "This is our Prophet Muhammad." The image on the cloth was so clear and vivid that it felt as if the Prophet himself was standing right in front of them. Hashem was overwhelmed by the sight. For a while, Hercules sat in silence, as if deep in thought. Then he stood and showed more tapestries, each of a different prophet, prophets Dawood, Musa, Harun, and Suleiman. The companions were speechless, but there was a question they asked. "We can testify that the image of our prophet is true," they said, "but how can we verify the authenticity of the other prophets' images?" Hercules explained that this collection of tapestries existed because of a prayer made by Prophet Adam. He had asked God to show him the faces of all the prophets to come. God answered his prayer, and the images descended from the heavens. Hercules revealed that these tapestries had passed through the hands of Prophet Suleiman, who had discovered the chest holding these sacred images at the place where the sun sets into the dark mud. Over time, they made their way into the hands of Prophet Daniel, who wove them into silk cloths. Hercules then made a surprising confession. "By God," he said, "if I didn't fear losing my kingdom, I would make myself your servant and surrender to you." He bid the companions farewell with great love and gifts, a parting that remained etched in their memories. This story of sacred tapestries takes an unexpected twist centuries later. A German traveler named Simon von Gelden found ancient Hebrew documents hidden in a synagogue in Egypt, a place that was actually built by a French king during the Crusades. At the time, Simon didn't fully understand how important his discovery was. However, word of this spread, eventually catching the attention of two sisters, Agnes Lewis and Margaret Gibson. These sisters were filled with curiosity and a strong desire to uncover the secrets of these ancient texts. Along with the help of their friend Solomon, they embarked on a daring journey. Together, they managed to retrieve the documents and smuggle them back to Europe, risking everything to protect this valuable historical treasure. Their determination and teamwork helped preserve a piece of history that might have otherwise been forgotten. This is where the story takes an even darker, more mysterious turn. These sacred tapestries, believed to be lost for centuries, might still exist, hidden beneath the ancient Basilica of St Pierre in France. The cathedral, with its towering walls and secret underground passages, was once a refuge for the Knights Templar during the Crusades. These warrior monks, known for their fierce devotion and mysterious practices, are said to have hidden their most valuable treasures deep under this very church. Though no trace of the tapestries can be found on the surface today, there are whispers of what lies far below. My research suggests that under St Pierre, there exists a vast network of hidden chambers, some of which are still unexplored. These secret rooms, buried deep in the earth, could hold the key to unlocking the mystery of the tapestry's fate. Perhaps, after all these years, the sacred relics are still resting there, waiting in the shadows for someone brave enough to uncover them. What other hidden stories might lie beneath the surface, just out of reach? Could it be that the very tapestries seen by Hisham and Hercules are still hidden there? What secrets do they hold? And who will be the one to finally bring them to light? May Allah's grace and mercy guide you on your journey. Thank you for watching until the end. Like and subscribe for more informative videos, and may Allah reward you.